Mycoplasma. Here, myco means fungus-like branching filaments and plasma refers to the plasticity of the shape. So, mycobacteria is a group of bacteria which are devoid of cell walls. They are called as stable L forms. L stands for Lister Institute, London. And as they lack cell walls, they are highly pleomorphic. Mycoplasma are called as pleuropneumonia-like organisms, PPLO. Here, the cells are bounded by soft trilaminar unit membrane which contains sterols, which gives it plasticity. The Mycoplasma is a genus in which species are gram-negative and they are stained better by Giemsa stain. The stain used for Mycoplasma is Giemsa stain. And the members are non-sporing, non-flagellated and hence non-motile. But some species have gliding motility and they also do not have fimbria. This is the morphology of Mycoplasma. Next, coming to antigenic properties. The surface antigens include glycolipids and proteins. The glycolipids are identified by complement fixation and the protein antigens are identified by ELISA, enzyme-linked immunosorbent assay. These are the main antigenic properties in Mycoplasma. Pathogenicity. It causes two main types of diseases, pneumonia and genital infections. First, let's see about pneumonia. Mycoplasmal pneumoniae, which is called as primary atypical pneumonia. This typically presents as tracheobronchitis. In 1/3 of the patients, it can lead to pneumonia. Clinical features. It has a gradual onset of fever, malaise, headache, sore throat. There can be paroxysmal cough with blood-tinged sputum. And radiographically can be visualized as patchy consolidation involving one of the lower lobes. So in radiography there is patchy consolidation in one of the lower lobes. The disease caused by Mycoplasma is usually self-limiting, but there can be some complications rarely, which include otitis media, which is an infection of middle ear, bullous myringitis, which is a type of ear infection which is severely painful, and there are small fluid-filled blisters formed on the eardrum. This is bullous myringitis. There can also be rashes, meningitis, encephalitis or hemolytic anemia. These are the complications of Mycoplasmal pneumoniae. Next infections are genital infections. These are caused by Mycoplasma hominis. The species is Mycoplasma hominis. These are transmitted by sexual contact and it can lead to urethritis, proctitis, Reiter's syndrome, which is reactive arthritis in case of males. These are the genital infections caused in males. Reiter's syndrome. It is a triad of conjunctivitis, urethritis and arthritis. So this is Reiter's syndrome. Conjunctivitis, urethritis and arthritis. In females, the genital infections include acute salpingitis, inflammation of the fallopian tube, pelvic inflammatory disease, cervicitis, inflammation of the cervix, and vaginitis, infection of the vagina. It is also associated with infertility, abortion, postpartum fever, and low birth weight of the infants. This is the pathogenicity of mycoplasma. Next, coming to lab diagnosis. First is collection of specimens for isolation. The specimens collected are throat swabs and respiratory secretions. Second is isolation. Culture is done on complex media like PPLO broth, pleuropneumonia-like organisms broth, in which they show fried egg appearance. This is the fried egg appearance of mycoplasma. Next, growth screening can be done by tetrazolium reduction test, in which the colorless tetrazolium is reduced by mycoplasma into red colored formazan. Third is molecular methods. PCR assay. The PCR is rapid and specific method. The PPLO broth, which is the complex media used for isolation, includes agar, and it is biphasic, combined solid and liquid broth, contains enriching growth stimulating substances like yeast or horse serum and penicillin and thallium to inhibit the growth of other bacteria. The fried egg appearance consists of a central opaque granular area of growth extending into the depth of the medium, surrounded by a flat translucent peripheral zone. So this is the fried egg appearance of mycoplasma. Next, the fourth is serology. Consists of two sets of tests, specific test or non-specific tests. First, specific tests, which are done using mycoplasmal antigens. The specific tests include immunofluorescence, heme agglutination inhibition, and growth inhibition. Next is non-specific tests, which include Streptococcus mg. Streptococcus mg is Streptococcus militans group, and cold agglutination test. The cold agglutination test is based on the appearance of macroglobulin antibodies which agglutinate human group O cells at room temperature. Sometimes indirect Coombs test can be positive. Finally, coming to the treatment of choice is giving tetracycline and doxycycline. They can be resistant to erythromycin. So the treatment is by giving tetracycline and doxycycline. This is about mycoplasma. Thank you.